Hello, my lovely, lovely people. So I decided to come again and do a reading that I feel is happening for some of you, or at least, like a lot of you are getting in commitment, and a lot of you are expecting a proposal, whether you know it or not. And since I've done like what bad things and what good things, because some of you are expecting good things, some of you expecting bad things and challenging things, and a lot of you also expecting a lot of commitment that going to come. So I wanted to do again the proposal readings. Wait, yeah, the proposal reading. Let me just with the camera being reversed, like it's just annoying. So I wanted to do the proposed reading again. Remember to like and subscribe to my channel. Leave a comment if you want to. If you want a more personal reading for you, you can book a personal reading with me. My email is down in the description. If you want to be a member, I post readings for members all the time. Check the channel page. I have two playlists for members: the daily pickacard readings and the members only videos. So check that. And let's talk. So we got one, two, three, four, five, six. We got a lot of hair items. So choose with your intuition, because this is going to play also a significant part. Do not be like, oh, like those colors are better, I want my proposal to be this way. No, choose with your intuition. So we got a lot of hair ties. Those are like hair ties. And then we got hair accessories ties, and this hair tie, and then we got hair things. Like, so choose one with your intuition. Hey, how are you, Kimberly? So choose one. Let's start with number one here. Got those crunchies that you chose. Let's see how your proposal going to be. I was curious with number one. I felt something with the hair tie, but let's see here what's going to be. So I do feel like your proposal going to be full of some sort of legal people there. So it's not like, let me explain. This could be like a place that it's like an old place that used to be before in medieval times, like something like for the government or someone lived in it. It could be like in a castle, like a vintage place or somewhere in Europe. What pile did you choose? So this gives me like a historical place, or a place that's very famous, or scenery also for some of you, because it's a general reading. Every time I choose a pile, the collective energy is accurate, the messages are different. There's a field, either like a flower field or something, but there's like a old wine house, for example. It could not, it could be like a wine house, it could be like in a building that it's very famous, or like this could be also, you know what I'm seeing like a trip to, like you're taking a trip somewhere to try something like wine tasting or a spa, or one of those exotic hotels where they have like camping, or like a glass hotels outside where like they have like a, it's like a circle place that they turn it to a resort, like like it's somewhere like in history, or a spot that something happened there, that they turn it to a resort, or they turn it to a place that you come and book it for something, or it looks beautiful, right? But there's some history in the place. Let me tell you that, because with this nun, it gives me like some history in it, or some story in it. Yeah. So oh, it's okay. So there's some history in it, something like that. And with the water here, like you can see, like it confirms that it should not, like, I don't feel like it's for all of you. There's water there, but it gives me like this relaxing scenery, right? Exotic, relaxing scenery. So definitely there's some sort of like trees or field, or like a beautiful place or setting. Like, also this could be like a setting that your spouse or you, this could be like this could be also like, if you're the one who's gonna propose, it could be you see in the proposal that you're going to do. But there's like a lot of tables, a lot of things, or if it's not table, there's things on the trees. There's something beautiful. Have you seen like those things on Instagram that you're like, where's that place, like it's a beautiful place that's like you can book, or like, like it's just a beautiful place, but it's known as famous, or not a lot of people know it, but it's very beautiful and it's very soothing. And there's like a beautiful lighting I'm seeing there. So it tells me that the proposal itself could be like around sunset, or like when the sun is going down a little bit, or if it's nighttime, there's some sort of lighting there, but it's not heavy sun or heavy light. There's like dim lights there, or like the sunset is there or something like that, right? If there's no sunset or anything, it gives me like a place where it's cold. Some of you, speaking about cold, this could be a literally cold place. Like this could be like somewhere in Alaska, or somewhere like on an ice mountains, iceberg or something like that. Like somewhere like on top of, like it's like a place where you book, you know how like those places that you go to in Switzerland, or like um they have like a hot jacuzzi on top, or they have like they have things like weird things, you know, like in the mountains or in the snow or something like that. So definitely this is a place. So I'm hearing something about like it could be also a place that you saw in a movie. This is really weird, but I'm picking this for some of you. It could be like a movie that you saw, like a very romantic love story movie, like, or a Christmas movie that you saw, and they went to a hotel there, or like there's something like something about hotel that you saw in a movie, or you saw it somewhere, like you already saw it and you were talking to your spouse about it, or if it's you who gonna propose, you saw it somewhere and you're like, oh, that movie or that place, or it's kind of like you were inspired by something, either like your spouse said something or you said something, something like that about it, that you were inspired and you're like, oh, this place is so beautiful, or like you're gonna speak about it. So if it's you gonna be proposed to, someone proposing to you, not you proposing to someone, this is something that you mentioned. So you know, like you probably know the place. So you probably know the place. If you don't know the place, this isn't a future thing. But for majority of you, as I said, a lot of you are getting a commitment. If you chose this path and you feel like commitment is coming to you, you're probably gonna mention this place. It's like your secret, or like you're talking to your spouse or something, like you never talked about, and you're like, oh, you know what, like I love this place, or I saw it somewhere, or like I'm always wanted to go to this place, it looks very romantic, or looks, or you spoke about something, so your spouse was taking some details about the things that you mentioned. So there's something here very, very significant. Let's see more about the proposal here. We saw the atmosphere. So you're going to be very tired. So when I'm seeing you very tired here, like with this card, I'm seeing you very tired. So you probably are like traveling, you're on a trip, or like you just landed to this place. So some of you, this is a trip or somewhere far away, because you could be a little bit tired or jet lag. Like there's something here about you like being a little bit tired, or like hangover. So maybe you had a party the other night, because it's like hangover, jet lag, like you're not expecting that, like you're not expecting that, or you thought that you're going there to celebrate. I do feel like some of you, this is very tricky, very sneaky, because it's a general reading. I'm gonna pick all the scenarios. So just feel the scenario that you feel like, oh my god, I resonate with that. I feel like this is the more thing that I'm feeling for myself, like I saw it or you felt it before, right? Because it's general reading, every time which is about the collective energy is accurate, the messages are different. So I feel with some of you, you don't think like it's your proposal, like you don't think like you went to this place for something, like you could be with your spouse's family, even if you're like not together or anything, you're there because they're gonna go somewhere, or like it's for the holidays, it's like a destination for the holidays or for something. It gives me a lot of holidays vibe, whether it's like for your birthday, for a celebration, for a holiday, for something. I do feel like you're gonna go in your mind, you're just gonna go drink and have a good time, or you're gonna experience something. You're very excited for sure, like you drink some wine, or you want to drink, or you want to take pictures. You're very happy about the place and you're very excited, and nobody gonna show you that it's your proposal, because I do feel like you're gonna come there like the day before. For some of you, it's like you're gonna be there, it could be friends are there, you're there, and everybody's celebrating, you're playing games or you're doing something. The place is very beautiful, but you don't know where the proposal itself is. So it gives me definitely a destination. So you're like hangover, you're drinking and all of that, and you sleep, and the next day you don't know, and you go there, and then next thing you know, it's your proposal. You didn't expect it, you didn't really think about it. So with this scenery, I'm seeing like a hotel for sure, or somewhere like where you have your things and your luggage with you, like your things or stuff like that. It could be not, it could be a place that just prepared for you, but you might sleep there in this place. So Speaking about those crunchies that you chose, definitely your spouse's parents going to be there, or someone like older, so it could be like also their grandparents or something. So you're not gonna expect that. Like you might think like you're gonna go with them. So also this could be like their family house, like they have like probably they have like a beautiful family house somewhere or in Europe, or you're renting like a house or something. But there's a very beautiful scenery outside you're very excited about. And I do feel like you're not expecting it could be also your parents are there, or you might not expect your parents to come, or someone there that going to come, right? So um I'm getting the shock from you. I'm getting the shock. Like you're definitely gonna be shocked. You're not gonna expect it. Even it's ridiculous because even though that you kind of spoke about it one time, you spoke about this place or you spoke about something, you're not gonna think much about it, because I do feel like your spouse, or if it's you who gonna propose, you're not gonna make it seem like it's for that. You're gonna make it seem like, oh, let's go there, you like this place, or like it's for your birthday or for something like that. Hey, how are you? Also, what I'm getting here, there's a lot of shopping. That's why you're not expecting anything. You're shopping for something. You could be also preparing something that you think it's for. So for some of you, I do feel like you're very excited. You're shopping for something. Like for example, if this is like somewhere in a cold country, you're like literally you prepared yourself to go skiing. You prepared yourself for something. You're very invested in that, and I do feel like your spouse gonna give you this thing where like you're gonna be very invested in it, that you're not going to think about like the proposal. You're very shocked, and you're gonna be very like, oh my god, like what just happened? Like you never thought about it this way, you did not expect it. Because for some of you, number one, I do feel like you have a place in your mind and you think it's that place, but it's not that place. Like you have something on your mind, you're like, yeah, probably it's that place that I see or something like that, but it's not like that. Definitely you're doing too much. You're doing too much that day. If I tell you like you're doing too much, you're not gonna believe me, but you're doing too much here. Like you don't know, like it's your proposal, you're doing too much. Like it's so hard for them to keep you in one place to propose to you, because you're doing too much. You're like you want to go there, want to go there, and you're drinking and you're doing things. It's like you're not really like, you're very excited and you're not really expecting. Also, you know what I'm seeing here for some of you, as I'm seeing a lot of different scenarios, and I told you I'm gonna pick all the scenarios in this reading. I do feel like you went to this place again to try something. Like you want this place to try something, and I do feel like you have a place on your mind that you like the view of, and you think it's romantic, and you have a place that you like the view of, but you kept talking to your spouse, like your future spouse, about, but in a way that you said like you want to go there to try this thing or to buy something. So it could be like a store that you want to buy something from the store you kept talking about, or you want to go there for something. Like on your mind, you didn't even think that this country got like that or got places. Like you didn't think, like whenever you went to this country or this trip or this city, on your mind it's not the view or it's not that, it's like there's something that you really want and it's something that you want to try. It's like what you spoke about is that. And I do feel like your spouse is like very smart, because if they're gonna choose the other place that you're talking about, or like you, for example, you're always talking about like, oh, you like this field, or whenever like you want to get married, you want to get married there or whatever, they're not gonna pick that. They're gonna pick, I do feel like when I say they, because your spouse is not the only one who gonna prepare that, and they're not gonna pick that. They're gonna pick the place that you're more focused on the activity of the place, right? So I do feel like that's why you're not going to really think about it much. You're going shopping, you're doing a lot of things, right? Let's see here what else we see for you. Number one, let me drink my water. This reading gonna be a little bit long, so if you want to wait for your bottle, you can go come back. Definitely I'm seeing dark stones or dark rocks, so it could be dark floors, or like this mountain or those places that kind of give me like some dark floor, or like could be dark sand, could be like a area where like there's a lot of gardens or something like that. And that's all I have for you, number one. I hope you liked your reading. Go to number two. Number two, people who chose this, I bought this but I never tried it, I want to try it, it's new. So your future proposal, how it going to be? Number two. Okay. I do feel like your future proposal going to be something very acceptable. Hearing like acceptable in your culture or acceptable in your spouse's culture. So maybe you're gonna marry someone who's like got a really heavy culture, or like they got a culture of their own, like on like how to propose and how to do things. Like they have like procedures and things to do before the proposal. So it could be very traditional, like they have to do it. So maybe like I don't know other cultures, but maybe your spouse needs like their proposal needs to be like in a very cultural traditional way, maybe in the house or family house or something like that. Also, I'm getting here your proposal could be like something that is very familiar around you. So number two, this is very familiar that you saw around you, like whatever trending the time that your spouse gonna propose to you, something that everybody else does around you or like is very common around you. Because definitely I do feel like your spouse or you, if you're the one who gonna propose, gonna take ideas from someone, like gonna see someone proposal, like a friend or someone around them, and they're gonna try to do it similar to that proposal. I do feel like your spouse could be someone who's like very stressed out, like they don't know how to be creative. It's not, I'm not saying like the proposal itself not gonna be beautiful, gonna be beautiful, but your spouse doesn't know, like very stressed out, doesn't know how to do it. So they're gonna look for inspiration. So inspiration that happened around you or something like that. Someone they saw someone having this proposal this way. I do feel like there's definitely some wine and cheese or something like that. So I do feel some of you I'm seeing like a party, like not a party, is like a gathering, like hosting some gathering where like you have a charcuterie board on top, or you have something there, right? And everybody's there. It could be like also an occasion where everybody's invited, and then your spouse invite everybody for something, and then you think it's like a dinner party for you and your friend or something like that, and then everything is ready, everything is good, and then next thing you know, like your spouse is proposing to you there. But I do feel like there's something there, a setting. So you could just go outside. This could be in your own house, their own house or something. You go outside and they have some lights outside. I'm seeing some light or some flowers or would you marry me kind of sign or something like that. Like light of flowers or your name outside, and then like, your spouse lean in and then proposing to you. Another proposal that I'm seeing here is something very common that you saw on Instagram. Like for example, this place, I think it's like in the Turkey, where like they have the balloons on like the balloons area and all of that, where like they propose. Something very common that you and your spouse saw several times, that your spouse gonna really copy that and gonna do it. Because for some of you, I'm seeing this is like a beautiful background. Also, I'm seeing like it could be like where, let me explain to you, it's like a place where nobody goes to, like there's not a lot of people go to, but they go to, but there's like a beautiful background, like there's a beautiful background for the pictures, right? But for others of you, I'm seeing this could happen inside the house. I'm seeing a lot of inside, like where, like I told you, there's family members and all of that, a lot of inside, and then you go outside and the proposal happened. Because this woman is like leaning down and this man is like very shocked. Like it could be like somewhere very casual. This is a very casual place, so it could be also at work, could be something like that, but it's very casual. Like I hope this is what you wanted. It's like very casual, but it's very beautiful, right? This is all I have for you, number two. I'm sorry, this is all it is there. If you don't want it to be this way, I think it's good. If you don't want it to be this way, tell your spouse already. So we got the hair rings, number three. How's your proposal going to be, number? Ooh, damn, number three. What's going on? Don't worry, I'm gonna tell you here. Your proposal. This person gonna go all out for your proposal. All out. I'm talking all out. This person gonna set the floor, gonna set the lightings, gonna set everything, gonna make a whole fucking mess that after the proposal, someone need to clean that mess. Because your person going to decor every single corner of whatever place they're gonna propose to you in. They're gonna put things on the floor. They probably gonna put something on the floor, whether like flowers or carpet even. things. I do feel like they're gonna really spend a lot of time decoring things, putting special things. Because I'm seeing like special effect. It could be also, I'm seeing like they could have like stars on the wall or something. Like there's something very beautiful, and it took a lot of time and effort. It could be money, where like your spouse gonna make it look so fucking magical. Like there's tiny little things. So it could be tiny lights. You know what I'm getting here for some of you? This is very dark. It's a very dark night, so it could be outside on the beach. You know the lights that you put on the beach. You know the tiny lights that you put in the beach. I don't know. Let me show you. This is what I saw. If you don't know what I'm talking about. Da, da, da. There's like, I don't know if I can find it. Uh, yeah, something like that. You have dots of lights, and then you put them inside the water, like not inside, but like they will be like this. So you can put them like on the beach in the front, and then they will look so beautiful. This could be a pool also, that there's light inside the pool or something like that. But there's light and there's like darkness, so there's like sky. Also, this could be a place where you can see the full sky in, like a lot of light or something like that. But this place is very beautiful, and your spouse gonna do a lot of things. So let me see here what's going on. You're going to be very bored that day. You're going to be frustrated, even. Look at you. Like, you're so frustrated. You're so bored. You don't know. Like, you're not going to expect this happening. You're so bored because I do feel like your spouse could be like very busy, like your future spouse, very busy with the preparation. And you might feel like, oh, why are you so busy? Why are you going to work? I do feel like your spouse may take may take other things like opportunities to go away to prepare. This could be in a place that you don't know about, that nobody goes to, so it could be a private place for some of you, and your spouse is preparing that with some family members or people or friends, but always going there and always telling you like, I need to work extra hours, or like I have something with someone, or I'm gonna go meet my mom. And you're gonna get a little bit frustrated. You're like, oh my god, why you've been so busy lately? Like, why you've been so busy lately? You're a little bit bored. You're like, I'm bored. When are we gonna do something? Like every time you tell your spouse, like, let's go out or do something, but your spouse say, oh, I'm sorry, I can't. I have something to do, because your spouse is very stressed out. And I do feel like your spouse is someone who's like very organized to the details. Like, so if he or she very focused on whatever they want to do, they get so involved in it that it's hard to break their focus, right? But I do feel like you're gonna feel a little bit sad. You're gonna be like, what's going on? Why you been so busy lately? Like you're just like, what the fuck? Like what the fuck? You're just like bored. So definitely I'm seeing here water. For some of you I'm seeing night sky. I'm seeing like also a lot of pink color. So it could be like also a lot of flowers are there, like pink flowers, or like this is some sort of garden. Definitely it's a garden, or like trees are there. Could be a small garden, or that your spouse gonna book this garden or a place like that. So it could be like a beautiful garden, or your spouse gonna put flowers in this place if it's not a garden. If it's like a place where they have pools in it, or like it's a beach, there's like flowers or something like that there. But there's a lot of details, and I do feel like your spouse may require also help, like from workers to set things for you. So your spouse gonna go all out. So maybe some workers gonna build something, or gonna put something like a wooden thing, something that, but they're going to put a lot of shit. Let me tell you, a lot of shit there. They're gonna put a lot of shit. Let me tell you, your spouse is gonna go woo wild for you. This is not like a your normal proposal, right? We're not throwing shade at number two, but this is not your normal proposal. Like there's but like wow, like really wow here. So what else I'm seeing here? I'm seeing like for some of you, I'm seeing like some sort of food there. So I'm not seeing like a restaurant, but I'm seeing like food that day. So it could be like you might go for food. Like, are you gonna think like it's a date, or are you gonna think something? But there's like some food like meat, if you eat meat, or steaks or something like that, but or grilling, or some place that you used to go grilling in. So for some of you, this garden could be a garden like for some family member. They could have like a big house with a big yard or something like that. or they have like a field, so they could have someone on the countryside or something. But there's a place where you used to and smoke some meat or grill something, right there in this area or something like that. But it's very beautiful, right? There's definitely some water and all of that. Because it's general reading, I'm gonna pick all the things that I'm seeing. I'm seeing, like, to give you a sign, this area, like, maybe you don't know this area yet. This is like in your future, right? But there's a hair salon near this area. There's like, no, I'm not saying like your spouse is gonna propose in a hair salon. Chill, chill, relax. It's like far away. There's a hair salon. There's a hair salon or something like that far away near it. But you know this hair salon there. But in this area, right? Like, it's in this area. Let me see what else I'm seeing here. I do feel like uh you know what? It's just like I'm seeing the sign. Let me just see it to understand what the fuck is that. I will show you. It's like it's a cancer sign, but you know what I'm seeing, like it could be in a design, or you see the sign of cancer, but uh this could be like a swing or a chair or something, or an area. You know what also could be? You know how like old vintage places with a garden, like European houses, that they have like a small, from medieval century, where they have like a small garden in the front that looks kind of like a maze. You're gonna find a lot in Europe like that. And then there's gardens outside or a field or something like that. So something like this here I'm getting. You might also try to fight with your spouse before the proposal. You're like mad, like you're very mad. You're like, what the fuck? Like, what's going on? Like, what the fuck? Why you been busy? Like, are you like always helping them? I wanna come. Your spouse gonna have a hard time keeping this away from you, because you're like, you're gonna help your sister. I'm gonna come with you. Like, I'm bored. Like, what the fuck are you talking about? Like, where are you going? This could be also in another city, or like far away, like a family house. Definitely gives me like a farm place, a garden, or something like that. Thank you for watching. Have a lovely day, number 3. Let's go to number 4. People who chose, there's a clip here. How's your proposal going to be? How's your proposal going to be? Ooh, okay, let's see. Well, this gives me like, I don't know if you like it or not. Like, if something that you like, probably your spouse gonna propose to you because he probably likes things like that. But it gives me Vegas. It gives me something with lights. It gives me like machines. It gives me an area like that. So it gives me like a city. Also, it could be not like in a place like that, but it could be outside a big city. Like, this is a big city. Or if it's not a big city, there's a lot of buildings there, and outside the buildings, the proposal going to be, your spouse could put lights or something like that. But this is like a known city or a big city or something like that. Yeah, flash and light, exactly. Thank you for the word. So there's like some lights or something, because it gives me like, like you can see, I don't know, this girl's not homeless, but it gives me like there's homeless there, like walking, or drunk people walking outside. I'm not saying the proposal is not beautiful, but it's like that. And I do feel like that proposal itself could be also inside a building that is very expensive, or like it's hard to get in, and there's like an aqua water place where like they have fish, or like it could be a restaurant, or it could be like even like it could be a private club or a private room somewhere also. But there is like, it's like a very expensive place or something like that to book. But there's things on the wall. Also, what I'm getting here, this is Dubai. So if you're someone who's obsessed with Dubai and obsessed with like big cities, this is Dubai. Like, I'm getting Dubai for sure. This is somewhere where like, because I'm seeing a lot of things in Dubai that I personally saw in Dubai, because it could be like in a like big city like Dubai or something like that. Yeah, like an aquarium. They have like a big aquarium in Dubai, and also there's some scenery. There's buildings, like a famous building or something. For some of you, This could be like a destination, like a big destination of yours. Like it's a dream of yours that you want to go to this big city, or you want to go there, or you want to be proposed to in front of this big building, Burj Khalifa, for example. Like I'm seeing something like that. Like you're going to be on top of Burj Khalifa, and then you're going to go there, and then this person going to propose to you. But definitely it's somewhere like very shows like, oh, it's like expensive or something like that, right? Let's see here. Yeah, you know what? I'm getting that. For some of you, I'm getting like us to. It's like somewhere in a different like city. It could be like in Europe or something like that. But outside, definitely like in front of some scenery, something famous there. And there's lights, but your spouse could have lights on the floor, or like your name or something, or marry me. And for some of you, there's no light, there's like catering, or there's service. Like for example, your spouse gonna pay those people. For example, if you go on top of Burj Khalifa, gonna pay those workers to come with something, or do flowers, or to prepare the setting. Like here in Doha and Dubai, you can do that all the time. Like you can book a whole area, and they will mix it, and they will do it really good for you. They will do it really expensively. They will make it in every fucking setting that you want for yourself. It's like they're gonna be looking really fancy. They're gonna put flowers, they're gonna do everything, so you can book a lot of things like that. So definitely gives me like that on rooftop or something like this. Okay, hope you like your proposal. Number 5, how will your proposal be? Yeah, you're welcome. Number 5. So number 5, when I chose this for you, Spirit chose this. I'm like very curious about number 5, because like why this? Oh, why less? Let's see here. How your proposal going to be? Number 5. Number 5. Let me tell you, for some of you, this could be very traditional. Like if you're like in an arranged marriage, or coming to the family, or gathering here, it could be like that. For some of you, if you're in a culture where like arranged marriages happen, then this is how it happen, or like they come to your family and all of that. For others of you, this also coming to your family. I don't know if your spouse is very young, or you're very young. For some of you, I'm seeing you very young, so your spouse could come to your family or something like that. Yeah, you chose this one. So your spouse could come to your family or something like that. I do feel like also this could be like not very, it's one of those things where it's like romantic in the right spot, but maybe not very well bland. Like for example, if it's traditional and all that, the tradition and everything, right? You know your culture, everything. If it's not, I do feel like your spouse got beef with your family, where like you have beef with your spouse's family or something, because your spouse maybe gonna come to you and like fix something, and then be telling you like, oh, like I'm ready to marry her or something like that, and then propose to you there in front of your family. This could be, I'm seeing like something like, maybe you're not gonna like it, but I'm seeing like in the hospital after giving birth, your spouse gonna like tell you like, I want us to be a family, gonna marry you, like gonna just pop a ring and tell you like, I want to marry you. It could be in the hospital. Also, for some of you, in sad thing, it could be like, it's not sad, sad, sad. It could be, it's like if you go through something, maybe you go through a health condition, maybe you have someone who passed away in your family, maybe you have something very sad, or like you have something that happened very sad, right? And your spouse going to do it there, like where like you're very sad, to cheer you out, right? And to show you that they're going to be there for you. Like your spouse gonna show you that this person gonna be there for you. They're gonna be there for you. So it could be like in a hospital, in some place. Maybe you're just not something like you want, but it's going to be something. I'm seeing you happy jumping, right? Also, this could be like in your room, like your spouse come to you or something like that in your apartment, and then your spouse shock you with it. It could be very simple. I'm seeing like a very cozy proposal, very simple, like let's celebrate, brought something and made us dinner, something like that, right? But like it could be in a time where I really need it, because I do feel like you're so happy because you're like, you're not expecting a big celebration this time or something like that, where like, but this was good for you, this was enough for you, you're like, you're not expecting anything, but you expected this and you like that your spouse came for you during this time, right? um Also, this could be also your spouse gonna do it in a hurry. For some of you, it could be because of something. For example, if you're like if you're someone who got trouble with your visa work, and maybe your spouse is from some other like nationality, your spouse gonna do it really fast and gonna try to do it really nicely, but it going to be happening really fast, right? I'm gonna tell you, it could be like your spouse gonna do a song for you or a speech or something like that, but the point is you're gonna like it. Yeah, it is sweet. I don't feel like it's bad. I feel like it's really like you're gonna like it. You tell me how it going to be, because I'm seeing like a very cozy and you're gonna like it, and you're gonna come in a time where like you're very sad. You're very sad. Like you're really sad that you're not really willing to go somewhere and have a party and get proposed to. No, your spouse gonna do it, but I do feel like what gonna matter is what your spouse gonna say that time, and the simple things also going to be beautiful. So it could be like dinner or something like that, and it could be also on your birthday, but it's going to be very simple but very 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 beautiful. The way that he gonna say things and all of that, or she gonna say things. Number 6, how will your proposal be? So when I chose number 6, I was like very curious with number 6 here, this here. I was like, let me tell you why I was curious. Let's just do it and tell you. How will your proposal be? Number 6, I do feel like your proposal going to be, I don't know if you are like, if your spouse is very inspired by Beyonce. I don't even understand how Beyonce is influencing a proposal. I don't know. Like maybe it's like a video clip, a video clip of Beyonce. Did she post that proposal of herself or something? But your spouse going to be like inspired by Beyonce or someone famous. Let me see. Let me see. Beyonce proposal. If I have pictures. Red carpet. Ooh, okay. Happened in a red. I'm starting to get what is it. So let me tell you. So your spouse gonna do that proposal in a very fancy place, right? Or like very fancy way. This is a very fancy way. Also, there could be like a red carpet there or something, or like a place where like there's valet and there's things happening. So this could be also I don't know, like for some of you, because it's general reading, I'm gonna pick all the scenarios, right? So this proposal could be something about like your spouse's work, right? So your spouse could work somewhere. For some of you, not all of you, your spouse could work in some place where like there's some place that your spouse go to, could be a company or something, that they have something that they can do or they can host for your spouse because they know your spouse. Like it could be a place that nobody can get into, could be a private place, it could be like your spouse got some people connection that your spouse knows that they're gonna pull something out for you. Like the place itself like is very hard to reach. Also, for some of you, this could be a very Middle Eastern kind of proposal. Not all of you, like in a traditional way, where like they have the engagement party and all of it, and like also is very big and literally it's kind of like a wedding. It's like you have this and then you have a wedding like that. So it could be like that, but I'm seeing like a very fancy place and a very fancy equipment. So there's like instrument could be there. Like it's a crazy thing here. I'm gonna pick every scenarios, right? For some of you, your spouse could be a singer or someone who's like very famous. Or if they're not a famous, they are like either a DJ or like they have something. I'm not saying like they're gonna propose to you in a club or like could be like on stage, but there's like some kind of theater thing or like some lighting or some place that's very big. Also, this could be on a screen or something like that, or like there is something there. There is something, whether it's like sound effect or there is a blaze. If it's not sound effect, like, your spouse gonna book a blaze, a whole fucking blaze for you two only, because your spouse knows someone that works there. So this is like a the blaze itself. Let's just say the blaze itself looks very glamorous, okay, but it's very for you. And this is what beautiful, because it's very for you. Like it's not for everybody, no crowd there. For some of you maybe, but it's like very for you, right? Because I'm seeing the healing thing and all of that. How the proposal going to be? So we spoke about like how the place could be fancy and all of that. Also, for some of you, I'm seeing this could be like a specific type of destination hotel. This also kind of like similar to number one. Also, this could be like a beautiful resort, you know, like where like you have an entrance, there's a red carpet thing, like a beautiful resort with like a beautiful thing that your spouse gonna book, like book a beach or book someplace there. This could be also a very beautiful place, like you know how like those beautiful hotels where you have like private things on the wood that you book, like it's same in the hotel, or very like tourist attraction, or it's just very unique hotels, like a glass things, a glass rooms, whatever the thing is. But I do feel like something like that. But like I'm lost in here because there's a lot of things. Okay, let me just explain. Like there's a lot of things here because I'm seeing an entry, right? I'm seeing a valet for some of you. Then I'm seeing like you enter and there's lights where like it's kind of like a stage light or something like that there. Like, and then all of a sudden you're exposed. So maybe like there's a lot of filming there, a lot of filming, or the proposal going to be like shocking where like it's in public. It's not like public, but in this place where like someone record you, or like a photographer, and then there's like something there. Or it could be also for some of you could be like some sort of concert, or someone gonna say something on stage. Or this also could be your spouse saying something in a very important thing at work. If your spouse is famous, only like if it's not famous, it could be very successful in a very successful company or something, a owner or something, could be in the opening or something like that. Your spouse gonna make it for you or something like this. It just gives me like I'm just lost in my head, like who's your spouse's, like what your spouse works in exactly. um Definitely there's fountains there. And this place gives me like, it's just I'm picking up whatever there, but it's very weird. It gives me a place where maybe you know that this area or this country got a lot of witches, a lot of voodoo. If it's not voodoo, you know, in this country got a lot of psychics, or you know, an area nearby. I don't know why. Maybe it's for you. There's like a when you went there, like there's a tarot store that you really like. Maybe it's like near a tarot store that you really like, or something like this here. Um. You know what? It looks also for some of you, because it's general reading. There's a big glass house. It's kind of like an indoor garden, like an indoor garden with a glass house where sun is. But there's birds, colored birds. Like, what the fuck is that? There's colors for sure, color bird or something like that. Like this proposal is shaking me off because I'm like, what the fuck is going on here? Like, what the fuck? Like, because I'm picking up a lot of things, but I'm like, what's going on here? Let me know. Let me know. Number five, where is this place? But there's lights. Let's see here. Some of you, this could be like you think it's someone else's party that you're gonna attend to, because or you could think it's like a celebration, you think it's for something, because I'm seeing you like very confident and dressed. So I feel like the good thing here about your spouse gonna make sure that you're dressed, or you, if you're the one who's gonna propose, gonna make sure that you're dressed, like because you're gonna go there, you're thinking that you're gonna go to someone else's proposal or someone else's like wedding or something. It literally looks so big, so fancy, and then next thing you know, it's literally a celebration for your proposal. Like it's not just like proposing to you. That's why I'm like I picked a little bit of Middle Eastern style. So it's not just proposing to you. Like after that proposal, the whole fucking party is for you, and people are there. It's just like, phew, like you might not even like think, and you're just gonna go there, and then everybody looks at you, and then next thing you know, like the lights are on you, people are recording you, your spouse gets up the table and you think like you're there as guest, and then your spouse propose to you, and then you're surprised that all of the shit is your proposal party. It's very crazy. Like it could be also somewhere where they have like trees also and things. It gives you literal. Is that a fucking wedding or what exactly? Like literally, it looks like it can be at someone else's wedding, even if they're like outside. Even if it's outside and there's like trees and things. There's tables. There's shit. Like what the fuck? What the fuck, people? Number 5. Let me know. Also, with the thing here that I picked for you here, this could be your twin flame that you're marrying. That's why I'm like, I was curious. But this is gives me fancy, right? Like, it's a very fancy blaze. If you feel drawn to choose more than one bile, go ahead because maybe you'll mix two things and ideas in one proposal, right? So just follow your intuition. Do not force it. Should I choose one or later? Hmm. You see, mine is number 1 and number 6. So it's like they come intertwined together. Yeah, that's so me. Thank you for watching. Have a lovely day.